Joining me today, I have Michel. He is the communications manager with the Winnipeg Airport. Michel, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
I would love to know, a lot of people travel around the holidays. What are some great top travel tips for people when they get ready to fly out this Christmas?
Well, the days leading up to the holidays are typically one of our busier times of the year at Winnipeg Richardson International Airport, and especially the days ahead of Christmas. So December 22nd, 23rd are going to be our busiest, probably since the start of the pandemic, with upwards of 12,000 travelers each day passing through the airport terminal. So you might encounter some higher passenger volumes during those peak times. So a good thing to keep in mind is to arrive early. We recommend that you come to the airport about 2 hours before a domestic flight, or 3 hours if you're jetting off to an international US destination. That will give you just lots of time to go through the entire airport experience, from arriving, parking, dropping off your bags, checking in, and making your way through security onto the gate.
Right on. Many people also travel with kids, especially younger kids. Do you happen to have any travel tips for those families?
Well, make sure you pack a couple snacks. Of course, I know kids like to get hungry. So a big thing is, when you're remembering to pack those snacks for the kids, is double check on CATS's website to make sure what you're putting into your carry-on can go into your carry-on. There are some rules about how much liquids you can bring and what kind of types of food you can bring through security in your carry-on baggage. So a good idea is to check CATS's website, and that's really for anything you put into your carry-on or your checked luggage. A big thing, a lot of people are busy this week buying those last minute gifts and doing wrapping up those presents, but it's actually advised that you don't wrap your presents and put them into your bag, because there's a chance that the security screening officers might have to open them up just to take a look at them and check them. So a good idea is, don't wrap your gifts. Doesn't matter if you're going to your checked luggage or your carry-on luggage, and wait to wrap them until you get to your destination. Or if it's in your checked luggage, we even have a free self-serve wrapping station post security. So while you're waiting for your flight, you can kind of put the final touches on your gift, so that way it's ready for the person when you arrive at your destination.
Okay, well, that was my next question, and that is such a great service that you offer, right? Yeah, and for people who are, Kate, we've got these gifts. Perfect. Let's get them wrapped. I was going to ask what is the busiest day of the year, but so is it the 23rd?
We're expecting both the 22nd and the 23rd to be our busiest days. Now we're expecting about upwards of 12,000 passengers each day, which will be our busiest day since the start of the pandemic. Now, just to compare, traditionally, pre-pandemic, we saw upwards of about 15,000 people traveling through the airport on those days ahead of Christmas, or the days leading up to Christmas. So we are on the right path when it comes to our recovery. We are seeing those milestones each quarter, each month, each holiday or travel season, but we still have a little ways off to match those 2019 numbers.
Absolutely. One last question for you. When it comes to international travel, other than arriving early, are there any other tips that you would have for people?
Do your homework before you take off. Now, when you're traveling domestically across Canada, there are no more requirements for wearing a mask or showing proof of vaccination. But that's might be different if you're going somewhere internationally. If you're going to, say, those Mexican beach resorts, or even traveling to the United States, there might be some requirements that you need to meet before boarding your plane. So a good thing is to do your homework leading up to your trip. Check to make sure that you meet all the requirements for where you're traveling to, and even any countries that you're connecting through. If you do need a COVID-19 test, there is a COVID-19 testing facility here at the airport, Cardi AI, on the departures level, and they can help you get those documents that you need.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michelle, for the time. We'll be sure to let everybody know how to best travel this holiday season.
You're very welcome. Happy holidays.